Have you ever visited a car dealership and sensed something is off? Feel like the person you're talking to may not have the best interest in mind? This is not something you get when you buy a groceries or a new laptop. Then why so typical when purchasing a new car? As the Federal Trade Commission is taking action, this might soon be coming to an end. In today's video, we are going to talk about the 6 new rules that dealers need to follow according to FTC. The FTC will stop dishonest dealership from partaking in common, deceptive practices in order to protect consumers better. Hi there, I am Jules, and welcome to our channel. If you are new, please subscribe and tap the notification bell to be updated for more upcoming videos like this. Buckle up and let's get started. Before we talk about the new rules in detail, it is important to know what the FTC is. The Federal Trade Commission is a freestanding government organization whose main duty is to safeguard consumers. They uphold antitrust laws, defend consumers from deceptive advertising, and look into allegedly unfair business practices. The FTC acted after noticing a breach of trust between car dealers and their customers. The FTC has received more than 1,000 complaints from consumers in the past 3 years, with complaints about auto dealers consistently ranking high on the list of issues. If you think that number is low, keep in mind that few people bothered to make formal complaints. The number is probably closer to 1 million because it is predicted that 1 in 10 people who have encountered the same problem will file a complaint. In order to improve the reputation of the industry as a whole, honest dealers should welcome these rules because not all dealers are dishonest. Having said that, listed below are some of the dubious sales practices that the FTC is attempting to ban, along with advice on how to avoid them until they're permanently eliminated. The first new rule is that the dealer must inform you of the vehicle's price. According to FTC's plan, car dealerships must give any customer who requests it the full price of a vehicle, including only legally required government costs such as sales taxes and registration fees. The dealership frequently forbid customers from receiving any pricing information over the phone or via email, forcing them to visit the dealership. When put on the spot, many people experience pressure to accept terms they don't want to. As a customer, you want to be fully informed about each line item, including its price, available options, and associated cost. After that, you begin to negotiate. Customers should contact a car dealer in writing and ask for an itemized outdoor price that includes all add-ons. As a result, customer can start their conversation with the dealer knowing how much they expect to pay overall. If the dealer tries to charge them more, the customer will have some recourse. Falsely claiming that a customer has won a prize or contest that they would have not, falsely advertising a military discount, and selling a car that is no longer on the dealer's lot are all prohibited practices. The second new rule is that dealers cannot offer extras that are useless to the customer. You might believe that the negotiation is finished once you and the salesperson agree on a price, but you'd be mistaken. The FTC, whose responsibility is to protect consumers and put to an end to unfair business practices, discovered that the finance and extras of deal account for about $1,200, or about half of a dealer's profit on a new car. Discovers financing, leasing, and other car add-on items and services. It amounts about $900 for used cars, or about a third of the profit. The final step in the process of purchasing a car is typically a trip to the F&I office. You may be informed that all you need to do is sign a few documents for registration and insurance. However, the F&I manager is a salesperson as well, so some of the things they may try to sell you may not even be useful. Dealers would not be allowed to sell add-ons that don't benefit the customers under the FTC proposal. For instance, extended warranties on vehicles that don't meet the requirements, or nitrogen-filled tires that don't contain any more nitrogen than the air we breathe. The same holds for some sales gap insurance, which settles a lease if a vehicle is stolen or totaled and pays the difference between the value of the vehicle and the loan balance on financed vehicles. The new third regulation, you won't need to buy any extras to buy the car. According to some reports, a dealer won't sell a car unless the customer also purchases an add-on. They give various justifications, including the fact that the car is the last one left in stock, the buyer has a bad credit score, or the add-ons are already installed. This approach would be prohibited under the new FTC proposal. Dealers may add extras as the sale process progresses in the hopes that customers would notice. That means that each time you receive new documents, you should double-check the price. Don't pay more than necessary for add-on if you want it. For instance, While Auto Pro, a company that sells nitrogen tire filing equipment, advises charging between $8 and $12 per tire, we've heard of dealers charging as much as $495 for real nitrogen tire fill. Now, before we discuss the last 3 new rules, please give a thumbs up if you're enjoying this video so far. Also, if you want to support this channel more, you might want to try our Super Thanks, wherein your comments will be highlighted, or join our membership program to support this channel. 4th new rule: any discount that are advertised must be accessible to everyone. A dealership frequently advertises a price that includes a discount that not all customers are eligible for. For instance, a dealership might reserve one discount solely for active military personnel, another exclusively for recent college grads, and yet another exclusively for owners of vehicles from the same brand. Customers who don't meet all of these requirements won't receive the advertised low price. According to the FTC, using these shady tactics allows dishonest dealers to artificially lower prices to attract customers, making it difficult for honest dealers to compete. Because there have been fewer cars available recently, the dealer has once again gained the upper hand, making these bad habits even worse. These techniques, which are already prohibited in some states, would no longer be used by dealers under the new FTC plan. 5 new regulations. It must be made clear when a customer has legally acquired a vehicle. Sometimes, salespeople will make a customer believe they just bought a brand new car. However, the contract's fine prints give the dealership the right to modify the sale, usually in accordance with the terms of the financing. Days or weeks later, the dealer will get in touch with the customers and let them know they need to come back to sign some paperwork. When the clients show up, the dealer might let them know that their financing terms have changed and they now owe more money, or they have to accept a different vehicle. Yo-yo financing or spot delivery are 2 terms for this. Even though the FTC's new regulation falls short in protecting customers from the specific scam, they will force dealers to make it clear when a sale is final. Dealers must disclose upfront costs and conditions under the 6th new rule. Automobile buyers have frequently been advised by consumers advocates to leave a dealer who use any of these questionable tactics. The FTC plan does, however, acknowledge that not all car buyers have that choice. Customers should not hesitate to contact a local attorney if they later learn they paid for a unnecessary add-on or were victims of a bait and switch. Consumers who feel that a dealership has taken advantage of them should file a complaint with the FTC. An individual's complaint can help in the prosecution of a case. The government already has the power to take enforcement actions against dealerships for unfair or deceptive acts. Currently, regulators, customers, and manufacturers are all exerting pressure on auto dealers at the same time. The dealership model has been completely shunned by some manufacturers like Tesla. It eliminates the middleman, lowers the cost to the customers, and streamlines the purchasing process. Ford and GM have also made moves that imply they intend to follow Tesla and attempt to reduce dealership involvement in the sale of new vehicles, particularly electric vehicles. When it comes to servicing and delivery, dealerships still seem to have place in the world, but the current model appears to be moving in the same direction as a blockbuster. What do you consider these proposed regulations? Simply write the word fair in the comments if you agree that they seem fair so that we can all see what everyone thinks. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share this video. If you're planning to visit a car dealer to buy a car, then you should know the upcoming and new release cars in the market this year. To learn more about these cars, click and watch the next video here.